Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Carl. Super excited to be here talking about Evoto for our second video in our 4-video series. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been around for a minute, welcome back. Hold on to your butts because this is going to be a good one. Hey, what's going on, guys? So today what we're going to do is just kind of a walkthrough of how we are tethering with Evoto. If you guys haven't done this, it is absolutely incredible. The functionality one is just fantastic, but being able to set it to a preset and see this stuff live is insane. So we're here in our studio right now. We got a really small studio, but it works. We shoot a lot of headshots using this tech. So we link all of this up to Evoto, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how we walk through this. So I'm going to have the setup itself is very, very simple. And what we're doing is we're shooting with R6s, and all I have to do is set a transfer cable directly from the camera into our Mac. And then, as you can see, we're actually shooting live view over here. So I'm shooting it on a bigger TV, so you can actually see, the client can see exactly what's going on. So when we shoot on location, we're taking just a small portable TV, doing the exact same thing. So it works out really, really well. The beautiful part about this, the client gets to see basically a final image before they ever leave. We've got amazing turnaround time. It's super fast. And it's basically the exact same edits that I'm going to be doing. And so processing wise, it's way easier for us as a studio. As well. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start out by just creating a new project. And we'll just call this Evoto Tether Test. All right. And so you can see right here on the screen, we have a couple different options. So we can import from the folders or images. We can import from Lightroom, or we can do an auto import or tethering. So the auto import is more like a hot folder system. We're actually doing a tethering right now. The hot folder system is really cool too, but today we're specifically talking on the tethering. So this is a hard tether into the computer. So the biggest thing that I want to show you guys with this is the preset options. And you can see that right here on the right-hand side. So we've got our capture effects settings. So what we can do is we can sync it with the previous settings, or we can just automatically have it go to a preset each time. And it's super simple. You just hit the drop down, and then you pick your category, and then you pick your preset. So I've got my headshots, and we're doing a special for summer. So that's my preset that we're using. You can also see here, we've got preview settings. And with the preview settings, there's two options. We can keep the current selection, or we can move on to the next photo. So essentially what's going to happen is if you're like firing off images and you don't want it to try and catch up, then you can just keep the current selection. It's going to keep the first photo that's up until you actually click on the next image. Or I personally like doing the next photo so that way my client can actually see each image that's populating as they are being configured. So the next section here is for your file name. So essentially what this is doing, it's just that, you're either doing an append or a prefix on your file name, and then that way if you have any specifics on what your file names need to be, you can do it as such. So we're really going to focus on the top part here. So as you can see, I've got all my camera settings there. I can actually change my camera settings right here in Evoto, or obviously I can just change them on the camera. But we're going to go ahead and turn over here to my lovely assistant Danielle. She's helping us out today. Normally I would have a poser, but our poser is holding the camera right now. So I'm going to kind of makeshift this from the side. So Danielle, I'm going to go ahead and have you Yep, turn on an angle, dip that shoulder, fix that hair on your left side, other left. There you go. Yep, twirl that. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, one more. You got one little strand there. There it is. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good, at least from what I can see. All right, so go ahead and look at the camera up here. I'm going to hit this shutter button, and we're going to go ahead and wake up our lights because I didn't do that. We're going to hit that shutter button again, and as you can see on the screen, so right down here, I couldn't even tap on it quick enough. It's already processing that image, and now we've got basically a finished image in seconds. So now my client can see the image, approve it, deny it, right? We might not want that little swale in the hair, whatever it is. I can take a look. We're kind of covering her eye. We got a little bit of shadow. So let's go ahead and redo that. Yep, let's go ahead and make some changes. We're just going to adjust a little bit. Yep, pull that hair back. Perfect. All right, we're going to look up here at the camera. Big smiles. Gorgeous. And just like that, live time, I can make those adjustments, fire it, and see if the client likes it, loves it, hates it, whatever the case is. So that is the beauty of tethering. And trust me, I was anti-tethering because of all of the setup and the complications and the time. The time was probably the biggest thing. The time that it took to go from camera to program to actually doing edits, so on and so forth, it just didn't make sense. We have to move in what we do, and we don't have time to wait for a system to do everything that it needs to do. But Evoto has changed that in this industry. This is so incredibly fast that, again, by the time I even get the camera back over here, it's pretty much done processing. So it is super, super fast. And again, I can go ahead and change my presets. I can change my settings in my presets. Watch the last video if you didn't see how I was doing that. But it's pretty straightforward, guys. I mean, but the technology here is absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and do one more just to show you guys. Daniel, go ahead and, yep, switch sides. Let's go ahead and fix that hair one more time. Awesome. Looking good. All right, I'm going to hit that shutter button. And my lights fell asleep again. Whoop, there we go. Double fire. All right. And as you can see, again, boom, we're right there. We've got our final image. The nice thing now is, one, I don't have to edit. Two, client gets to see it before they ever leave, so it builds confidence in the client. And I don't have to process anything, guys. I basically export this and I'm good to go. So if you guys have any additional questions on the tethering specifically, you know where to find me. Definitely reach out, ask questions. I'm going to go ahead and get into a couple other videos with specifics on Evoto. So definitely check out the 4 pieces of this series. But guys, that's tethering in a nutshell. So we'll see y'all later.